welcome back to Classical Grooming. We're going to go to Chapter 2 of the Northwest Wet Shavers Meetup series. And why don't we go ahead and jump into it now. They had a booth there where they would put out different soaps from different companies, and then they would have placards displaying the artwork for each soap. So you had a tray of soap that was unlabeled, and you had to try to match it with the artwork, which was a lot of fun, but a fool's errand. And it was called What's That Smell? Why don't we head over to Matt at Teton Shaves. Matt is an artisan brush maker, and he's also the organizer of the meetup.
So I went to school at BYU Idaho. If you're familiar with BYU Idaho, it's an LDS school, and they have very strict grooming standards, and you have to shave every single day. And my face was just really irritated and uncomfortable, and my dad introduced me into wet shaving. And I've shaved that way. My grooming routine changed overnight. After college, I was battling some mental health stuff. I was battling some depression, and I needed something to kind of get me out of that funk. And so I started turning on the lathe, and the first thing I wanted to turn was a brush for my dad as a thank you for getting me into wet shaving. And I turned that brush, and I held that brush in my hand, and I was excited to show my dad. I was excited about what I'd made. I was excited for tomorrow, which is something I hadn't felt a long time with dealing with depression. And so a light bulb kind of came on, and I just started turning brushes, and that's really the origin of Teton Shaves. It's been that for the last 4 years now. So this is the third year that we've been doing this, and it kind of came out of a place where, just like my dad introduced me to wet shaving, I realized that there's a lot of people whose dads don't introduce them to wet shaving, and it's just a better way to do it. So the only reason why people don't shave like this is because they don't know about it. And so this was born out of that from a place of education and getting the word out, and then also getting like-minded people together where we can all hang out and be shave nerds together, because nobody else will understand that.
From there, we're going to head over to Jerry Starr. Jerry Starr is a custom designer and manufacturer of straight razors, and let's see what he has to say.
Jerry Stark's my name. I make custom straight razors. I've been doing it for about 7 years now.
Okay. And so what brought you into the idea of making straight razors?
A friend of mine wanted to get into the business, and once we got in, he didn't want it anymore, so kind of left me with it, and I've enjoyed it ever since. I like the creativity of it, and the fact that you can just about do anything you want to do.
Right. Okay. And so who would you say that your market is?
The market?
Yeah, so obviously people will shave a straight razor, but
right.
That seems, nowadays that seems to be somewhat small.
I've got razors, I think I counted one time, in about 50 countries around the world, so
fantastic.
I think the market is just anybody, anywhere. One of the oddest ones I sold was to a woman in China to shave her head with.
Okay.
So, whatever.
Now, I'm not a straight razor user, but I heard nothing but good things about his products. So check him out. Right now we're going to wander over to the Razor Emporium and introduce ourselves to the owner and hear what he has to say about his company.
Hi, I'm Matt Pisarcik. I'm with Razor Emporium and also Rec Supply Company. Razor Emporium is an online retail store. We ship products around the world. We carry some of the best of the finest brands in the industry. Razor Emporium is also known as a service center. We are the largest service center in the entire world for vintage double-edged razors and straight razors to come on in and get repaired, replated, put back together, have a new lease on life so people can enjoy them for years to come. We also founded Rex Supply Company years ago to be a manufacturer of double-edged razors, and now software and soap products and other things as well. But Rex is really known for American-made stainless steel razors with a lifetime warranty. So been out for several years. People love them. And yeah, we've also expanded into making soap products in-house. So everything from aftershaves and balms and soaps and beard oils and all the fun stuff, all the accoutrements. But yeah, come check out RazorEmporium.com. Check out RexSupplyCo.com. Send in Dad's old razor if you want to get it fixed up. Buy one of our brand new machine stainless steel razors if you want to cut above the competition. But yeah, we're really excited to be out here at Idaho Falls for the Northwest Shavers Meetup. We're really excited to be part of such a cool community. So yeah, thank you so much.
Cool. If you don't mind a question, why do you do what you do? How'd you get into it?
I've been in the industry for about 15 years and a wet shaver for almost 20. And I got into this looking for a better way to shave as just a personal need, where I was having irritation problems from the cartridge razors and electric razors like you've all heard before. And I kind of went down the path of looking at old Gillette razors and old double-edged razors and could I get a better shave? And then I got hooked with the history and the advertisements and the boxes and just the beauty of the vintage razors, and that just, of course, leads you down further rabbit holes, and I got further into it. But it all came from that need, that personal need, and kept on blossoming and growing. And I'm really happy that now it's my full-time job. I've been self-employed for 10 years doing this. We have a warehouse in Phoenix, Arizona. I employ 8 people. It's a big company, and I'm just really happy to be part of such a cool community out there.
Now we're going to wrap up today's session by heading over to the Gentleman's Nod.
So we're Gentleman's Nod out of Omaha, Nebraska. We do shaving, fine fragrances, beard and mustache, and I've been in love with the men's grooming business in general for years now. Started out as a hobbyist, as probably quite a few artisans in the industry, and I guess that goes back to probably around 2010, and been in love with the industry ever since. Worked in management in the industry for one of the largest companies in the industry, a certain PG-owned company, but now making soaps and fragrances on our own. Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious about your own history of wet shaving. When did you start?
So probably back in, like I said, back in 2010, I was in grad school and talked about it for a really long time. Finally, it was actually my birthday. I was not young, but my mother got me a safety razor and some Art of Shaving lavender shaving cream and a brush. And from the first time that first pass with the safety razor, I was done. Game over, and I've been in love with men's grooming ever since.
Thank you so much for stopping by Classic Grooming and the second chapter of the Northwest Wet Shavers Meetup. I'm really impressed about the personal stories behind this. I mean, when you're going around and talking to the different shop owners, you can feel their entrepreneurial spirit. You can feel what they're doing and how it has meaning to them, and I think that's an inspiration to us all. Meaning is something that helps us through the low points and makes the high points so much sweeter. Thank you again for stopping by. I look forward to chapter 3, and I will see you there. If you enjoy classical grooming products, or you like to see modern products through a classical lens, please subscribe.